Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. This is my beginner series for junk journal making, and I have a video just on liquid glues, wet glues, and I will link that video below. In this video, we're going to talk about tools. So I have a lot of stuff here. You don't need all of this stuff. And so, but anyways, let me just grab something else here. Yeah, let's talk about these. So these are my most used tools. I have my paper cutters just up there, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But these I use pretty much every day. So I have them close by. I have them in my little cart over here next to me. So let's talk about rulers. I think, these are my most used rulers. I do have more. I have other metal rulers. I also like this architect ruler, not for measuring actually, but if you like to tear paper, I like this because it has a bigger profile, you know, and I have something more substantial to hold on to. So that's the only reason why I bought this. This one is a tearing ruler. It is made by Plaid, and I got this at Michael's. You can find tearing rulers on Amazon. This one is a T-square ruler, and I love this for making sure things are straight, and it's very useful when, you know, lining things up, when you're piercing your holes for your binding. It just, I don't know. I just love this. If you were to, let's say, for instance, you have a piece of paper you want to draw a line on, right? And you want to make sure it's straight, you want to make sure it's square. So you have a little pencil mark that's up here on your paper, right? And then you have a pencil mark that's down here at the bottom of your paper. What you do is you take this and you butt it up against the top of your paper, right up here. Imagine there's paper here. And then you're gonna draw a line from that point down to the bottom where you made your other point. And this will ensure that that line is straight. All right, hopefully that made sense. I think that's the easiest way to explain how I use it. This one, this is Fiskars. I love it because it is narrow. I love that it has a centering portion of your ruler. This is great for making templates for binding, and I can get into how you use these as we progress into the beginner series, but it goes from 0 to 14 inches, and I love that it's clear. You see through it. I love that. Tim Holtz has one also. This is called a centering ruler. I like that he has a grid on here. It also has a metal guide, and mine fell off a long time ago, but I still use this. The metal guide, mostly I use when I want to cut paper and I want to use a craft knife. It's perfect for lining up not lining up, but butting up your knife to the ruler, and then you can make great cuts. I wouldn't use anything like thin like this. This is pretty thin. I would not use this as a guide to a blade. Use something substantial. Use a metal ruler, or use, you know, if you have one of these, that's perfect, because this side has a higher profile than this edge over here. So I do love this one. Of course, you can use any kind of ruler that works best for you. I mean, that's, you know, this is just through my experience over the years of things that I'm using. So now I'm gonna move these because of the glare. Now, scissors, you can use, these are just basic cut, you know, scissors that I cut paper with. I have a set of a pair of scissors specifically for cutting fabric, lace, and that kind of thing. I don't use my paper scissors to cut fabric with. And then these are from Stampin' Up. These are extra thin blades, very pointy. I use this for fussy cutting around images. I like a very small blade. Of course, you can fussy cut with these if that's, you know, if that's what you're comfortable with. It's fine. I have pokey tools. This one I've had forever and ever and ever, making memories. It works fine. You're just gonna poke holes with these to sew in your signatures. That's all I use these for. This is an awl, and like I said, this is for making memories. Craft knife. This one is by Cricut. We Are Memory Keepers also has one. And I also have this very basic one. I want to say I got this one the same time I got this one. And I want to say this is making memories also. I lost the cover for it, so I use a wine cork. Tweezers. For obvious reasons, I like to use tweezers. I, you know, hold paper, hold whatever, tiny things. It's just nice to, these are reverse grip. So all you do is squeeze this, opens the tips, and let it go. It closes. You don't have to hold anything. You don't have to pinch your tweezers shut to hold your items. So I love these. Bone folders for creasing, for scoring. These are the ones that I use the most. And I also use this scraper thing. But these are the most used tools. This is very old. I don't know. I want to say I got this like 20 years ago. It's just these two ball tips on the ends. They make all kinds of those. This one is from Fiskars. And these, you can get a pack of these. These are for like nail art, but you get all these different size tips. I mean, I don't use any of those to do scoring. You just want to use the ones with the biggest, with the biggest ball tip. And these are Teflon bone folders. These are my favorite because they're made out of Teflon. They're not a bone. These will not make marks on your paper when you're scoring or burnishing. When you use a traditional bone folder like this or like this, these will make marks on your paper. It'll leave behind where you scrape, it'll leave behind a shiny mark on your paper. And I don't like that at all. So I like to use these. They don't leave marks. And they score and burnish beautifully. This one, you don't have to use a corner rounder, but if you do like to corner round, I love this thing. Amazon, I will link this below. You can do small corners, medium corners, and large corners. And I love that all the little pieces of paper stay inside here, and you just take this off and empty it. Of course, you know, these are so tiny, you don't have to empty this very often. But I do love a corner rounder. I have two paper trimmers that I use most often. This is a Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer. I don't have a source for this. I used to be a demo. I'm not a demo anymore. But basically you can use any paper trimmer that you like. Fiskars, We Are Memory Keepers, I have those too. But this one is my favorite. And just, you know, to cut large paper. I'm gonna put my hand here. I also love to use guillotine trimmers. This one is, I want to say this is a 9-inch. And I get straighter cuts when I use this than when I use this. I don't know why. If it holds it better, I don't know. But I love this one for doing smaller pieces of paper. And, you know, it only goes to 5 inches, which is fine. I also have, where is you? This one. You can get a mini cutter. You don't have to have this. This is from Stampin' Up! They don't sell this. This was a special if you were a demo. But Fiskars and, I mean, all kinds of companies make these small ones, 4 inches wide or whatever that is, 10.5 centimeters. These are when you're really sloppy and you have hardly any area on your desk and you're just cutting a little piece of paper. This, I love the minis. The minis are really fun. Those are my favorite things. These are the ones that I use all the time. So I keep them very close on my work table. You can get into all kinds of other stuff. You can get punches, you can get scrapers, I don't know, blending tools. If you like to ink blend, there are all kinds of blending tools, but these are the basics that will help you make a journal. Cutting paper. You don't have to have 5 million rulers like I do. I've just collected over the years. You don't have to have all kinds of scissors and blades and scoring tools. I mean, when I first started, all I had was a bone folder like this. This is what I started with, these things. And a pair of scissors, some glue or adhesive, and paper cutter, and a ruler. And, oh, and a pokey tool when you want to make journals. Everything else is kind of an extra. And, you know, if you want to try out different brands, if you want to try out different kinds that do the same thing, When it comes to binding journals, I'm gonna get into that in another video where I talk about sewing and the supplies I use for sewing in signatures and that kind of thing. So this is just the basics about tools. I will try to find links for all of the things that I've shown you in this video, and I will put those links in the description box below. If you want to follow me over on Facebook or join my group or visit my coffee shop, I'll put those links below. And if you have any questions about any of this stuff, please leave a question down there in the comment box, and I will get back to you. If this video was helpful, hit the thumbs up. That really helps me. And if you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, and you can see future videos. Yay! All right, have an awesome day. Bye.